All right, you guys, happy Monday. Erica Kirk, man, she really is just the moment. The speech that she gave, everybody was just wowed by her. All right, you guys, we're going to jump right into this with no introduction. There's a lot that I would like to speak with you guys about. Can't wait to hear your feedback. A lot of lies that are being put out there, narratives that I would say are half-truths or just misrepresentations entirely. And I don't really see the reason for that. First and foremost, to let you know, last week was not a dream. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. And he was publicly executed. I want to make that clear. Charlie Kirk was publicly executed before the world.
Candace Owens just dropped a shocking accusation that has sent shockwaves through the political world. For days, the world saw Charlie Kirk's wife as the grieving widow, the picture of tragic loss. But now, Candace Owens is spearheading a furious online backlash, suggesting we've all been played. She's not just questioning the official story, she's pointing a finger directly at the person closest to him, alleging a betrayal of the most intimate kind. The theory exploding across social media is no longer about a shadowy assassin in the crowd. It's about a shadow in his own home. Insiders are whispering about unexplained inconsistencies, peculiar timing, and a motive that points to secrets buried deep within his personal life. Candace Owens is openly questioning the wife's account, fueling a firestorm of suspicion that the betrayal may have originated from within Kirk's most trusted inner circle. This is no longer just a murder investigation. It has morphed into a saga of potential deception, where the grieving spouse is now a potential suspect. Guys, I am telling you, this story is insane. So buckle up as we dive deep into the latest fallout of this shocking story and answer the question that is now on everyone's mind. Was Charlie Kirk's untimely end a political hit, or was it something far more personal?
That young man. On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
The fallout after Charlie Kirk's untimely death has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. We've already seen social media brawls, people getting fired from their jobs, and even students suspended over what they posted about the shooting. But this latest twist, hands down the wildest chapter yet. Word on the street is that even though police already have a suspect in custody, there's suddenly another name being whispered, and it's the one nobody ever expected. Charlie's own wife, the person the world thought would be shattered, inconsolable, and completely broken by his loss, is now being quietly floated as a possible suspect. The suggestion is chilling, that she might not just be mourning, but that maybe, just maybe, she could have been involved. And the second that detail started circulating, the internet went into meltdown. And when Candace Owens caught wind of it, oh, she absolutely went nuclear. You see, on September 18th, Candace Owens set social media on fire with an Instagram story that might just be her most explosive yet. In it, she flat out alleged that the FBI is actively covering up key details surrounding Charlie Kirk's shocking death. According to Owens, there is no other explanation, except that Kirk's killing was nothing less than a federal conspiracy. And she didn't stop there. Owens dove headfirst into speculation, positioning herself almost like a citizen investigator. First, she urged her millions of followers to send in tips, even asking if anyone had personally witnessed suspicious activity. Not long after, she claimed that students at Utah Valley University had sent her a photograph of someone they believed to be connected to the shooting. But then came the truly bizarre twist. Owens picked up a theory circulating on X, one so wild it instantly split the internet. Allegedly, a private jet left Porvoo just 1 hour after Kirk was shot. What's even more suspicious is that the plane reportedly turned off its ADS-B transponder illegally midway through its flight. A move aviation experts say almost never happens. The post insinuated that the plane's mysterious disappearance from radar wasn't random at all, but possibly linked to the shooter's escape. Owens amplified the theory on both Instagram and X, declaring, "Planes are not ever supposed to turn off their radar." To bolster her claim, she shared a supposed response from an aviation insider, confirming that the jet was not following regular protocols. The result was nothing but absolute chaos. Supporters rallied behind Owens, insisting she was exposing what mainstream outlets refused to cover. Critics, meanwhile, accused her of fanning the flames of conspiracy and exploiting Kirk's death for clicks. Now here's where this story takes a wildly bizarre turn. Word on the street is that investigators are quietly looking at Erica Kirk, Charlie's wife, as a potential person of interest. Why? Her behavior after the shooting has been raising eyebrows. First, Erica abruptly went silent on social media, something completely out of character for her. Then came a strange, almost robotic public address in which she spoke about the tragedy, but, strikingly, offered little personal reflection on her husband's life or legacy. For many, it didn't sound like grief. It sounded like distance. As whispers about the couple's troubled finances and reports of heated arguments surfaced, speculation exploded. Was Erica somehow more than just a grieving widow? Could she have been involved? Now, Candace Owens decided to crank the conspiracy up to full blast. In her own words, posted online, she declared, "I have just spent hours working through this timeline, Charlie Kirk's death, and I am now fully of the belief that this is in fact a federal conspiracy. There is no other explanation. They are lying about Charlie Kirk's assassination." Now, I must say that Owens provided no actual evidence for her claims, but that didn't stop them from ricocheting across the internet. The irony here is thick. Owens and Kirk were once inseparable political partners. After she joined Turning Point USA in 2017, she often referred to him as like a brother. But by late 2023, their alliance began to fracture, especially after Owens' outspoken criticism of Israel during the Gaza conflict. The fallout created rifts across conservative circles and eventually led to her departure from the Daily Wire in March 2024. And now, less than a year later, Owens has placed herself at the center of the biggest political murder conspiracy theory of the decade, not just questioning the government's role, but fanning suspicion around the very people closest to Kirk himself. And just when it seemed the saga couldn't get any messier, it did. The funeral of Charlie Kirk, expected to be a solemn, unifying event, became its own flashpoint in the controversy. On Sunday, thousands gathered at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where high-profile figures like Tucker Carlson and Erica Kirk delivered emotional tributes. But Candace Owens was conspicuously absent. Owens later admitted on X that she had not attended. Instead, she posted a cryptic update that only deepened the intrigue. "Attended Mass, then took my kids to see Light of the World in theaters today, the story of Jesus. Came home, made dinner, heard Tucker share the story of Jesus Christ, followed by Erica Kirk's stunning example of what the love of Christ truly is. Today was perfect." Now, it wasn't lost on anyone that Owens was watching from home, not from the front row. In her podcast days earlier, she revealed she hadn't been invited, alleging that Erica Kirk herself, along with Turning Point USA donors, had deliberately excluded her. The optics were brutal. Owens, who once called Charlie like a brother, was now outside the circle, left to stream the tributes of her former allies from afar. Adding fuel to the fire, Owens even joked about her absence. "There's a 0% chance. First and foremost, why are you saying anybody can go to it? You just buy a ticket to the event." Nope, actually, while I'm attacking the feds, maybe not going to a public event which the feds are organizing is probably a very good idea. I'm good. I'm gonna listen to Power on my headphones and go see Ye. Now, instead of mourning, the online discourse shifted yet again, with Owens' feud with Erica Kirk taking center stage. Some saw her as a truth teller frozen out by the establishment, while others accused her of turning a funeral into yet another platform for her conspiracy-fueled brand. Now, to add to the drama, according to multiple reports, Kirk's parents have grown increasingly skeptical of Erica Kirk's innocence, especially after her fallout with Candace, privately expressing doubt about her role in the events leading up to Charlie's death. Sources close to the family claim They have even cut off direct contact with their daughter-in-law, choosing instead to communicate through intermediaries. On the other side, some of Erica's relatives have stepped forward to defend her, insisting that she is being unfairly vilified by both the press and online conspiracy theories. They argue that her subdued public statements and sudden withdrawal from social media reflect grief, not guilt. Even Charlie Kirk's pastor, Rob McCoy, publicly rebuked Candace Owens for fanning the flames of conspiracy in the wake of Kirk's killing. McCoy, who co-chairs the faith division of Turning Point USA, struck a somber yet pointed tone. Charlie was a friend to Candace and never spoke poorly of her, though he disagreed with her, McCoy wrote. He never operated nor entertained gossip or innuendo concerning Candace. I only wish at this tragic time of mourning she would be the friend to Charlie that he was to her. He would never have treated Candace or her family in such a way had God forbid this tragedy been hers. The rebuke landed hard. Coming from inside Kirk's trusted circle, and from a pastor no less, it framed Owens not as a courageous truth seeker, but as someone exploiting grief for clicks and clout. But Owens was undeterred. Doubling down, she pivoted her claims to suggest that Kirk may have been targeted for his political views, particularly his outspoken criticism of U.S. foreign policy and the war in Gaza. On X, she warned, "Be very wary and suspicious of the people who are already telling us to stop asking questions about the Charlie Kirk assassination." Then, in a move that escalated the firestorm, Owens went further, alleging on her podcast that billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman had personally threatened Kirk during an intervention in the Hamptons just weeks before his death. Bill Ackman was very upset, and threats were made. That is what I am told, and I will tell you that I am very happy for Bill Ackman to dispute this narrative, Owens claimed. The backlash was swift. Both Ackman and Andrew Colvett, executive producer of The Charlie Kirk Show, issued categorical denials, calling Owens's claims baseless and inflammatory. Still, the damage was done. Owens's theories had gone mainstream, sparking coverage not only in conservative outlets but in the mainstream press, which now openly questioned whether she was dismantling Kirk's legacy rather than defending it. Now, this growing rift has left the wider Kirk family in turmoil, a house divided between suspicion and loyalty. But perhaps the most destabilizing factor has been Candace Owens. Her relentless public speculation, fueled by theories of federal conspiracies and hidden motives, has only served to intensify the divisions within the Kirk family. Insiders describe heated exchanges between family members, some urging Erica to confront Owens publicly, while others warn that doing so would only escalate the spectacle. The result is a family unraveling before the public's eyes, caught in a storm where grief, mistrust, and outside interference collide. Anyways, what do you think about this drama? Let me know your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to check out our other videos to ensure you are all up to date with all the latest drama. Till next time, bye.